What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Cam back again with another video from Grappler's Graveyard. I've ultimately got our hands on a couple of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu gis. Today we're going to be reviewing the Venum and Assassin's Creed crossover that they did. All together, if you guys like this type of content and want to continue to support the channel, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Anything that you guys do mention, we will go and purchase and try out just to be able to get the word out for the community. At the end of the day, this is an independent resource. We do buy all this stuff independently without any sponsors or anything related to that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's review. Okay, so like I said, today we are going to be reviewing the Venum Assassin's Creed Brazilian Jiu Jitsu gi. As you guys can see, it's a little bit wrinkled, but nonetheless, overall, style points, really did love this gi. There are a couple points that I do want to kind of touch on this. You know, in terms of the way it looked, I honestly thought it looked a little like karate-esque versus jiu-jitsu, but that just might be because I normally like my gis to be a little bit of a darker color rather than being white. If you guys prefer white gis or have trained on white gis before or had any colorways that kind of look like this, you'll kind of say like, okay, forget your opinion on that, but that's just a personal preference. Now, one thing I will mention is that I did get a lot of compliments from my teammates. If you want a lot of compliments about the gear that you're wearing, this gi will do it. I think it's really cool that they added a handful of like samurai or the Assassin's Creed, in this case, designs to it. So there is the Assassin's Creed logo right on the back for my Assassin's Creed fans on there. And then they did have it here on the front too, which I thought was a nice little add-on. I don't really know exactly what that says, but nonetheless, I do think that stylistically, this gi is pretty awesome. Now, when you actually wear the gi, we've wore it, I think about like 7 or 8 times in the past week or week and a half. It doesn't necessarily shrink, which is something that we love, right? It's not too bad. Normally I wear a A1, A1L. I am about 5'9", 180 pounds at this point. It's not, if you're gonna be like one of those in-between sizes, what I suggest doing is just, you know, jumping ahead to the A2. That is ultimately what I got here because they didn't offer the A1s or the A2 or the A1Ls or the A2Ls, those in-between sizes that most gis would offer. It does fit true to size, so first couple of washes was a little longer on the wrist length, but as you guys saw, the shrinkage isn't too heavy. All around, I've had gis that have had a lot more shrinkage than that gi. And for $120, like, I really don't think that there's anything that's going to compete both on price as well as design. Now, one thing that I really did enjoy about this set is actually the pants. So pants are a weird thing to kind of obsess over, but as I've kind of gotten into reviewing gear and like trying out a bunch of gear, I've noticed that a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu companies or just gi companies don't really do the pants very well. My thick thigh guys out there, I don't have like super skinny thighs and I lift weights consistently, so my thighs are constantly like fluctuating and I'm trying to put on size actively. So when I wear pants, I don't want to feel constricted like in the groin area or just like have these tight pants around my thighs as they kind of grow in size over time. That can obviously be solved by getting bigger sizes pants, but when I'm an A2, they kind of come with the A2 pants, right? So I don't want to mix match sizing in that respect. All around, the Venum fitting and how it fit to my body and how it made me like feel as I was rolling around and moving on the mats felt really good. I was really impressed by the pants. A lot of breathability within the groin area, not too tight around the legs, which is super important. And something that I did really like a lot are these drawstrings. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell here, but they're like a They're like a soft material, obviously, like knotted at the end. But these things are a nice little tiny add-on that Venum went ahead and did. But I really did enjoy these versus some of the other gi pants that are out there that have kind of like these shitty drawstrings attached to their product. Overall, we rated this gi very high for what it's worth. Dollar amount wise, you're spending about $120, $129 last I checked. This gi is only available on their website, so if you're interested, there will be links below. All around, we're giving this a 9.25 out of 10 on the graveyard scale. If you guys are familiar with that, we have lists where we buy, rank, and review all the combat sports gear that we purchase. Again, being an independent source, it is pretty expensive to create these lists. If you haven't checked it out or had the opportunity to check it out, it's just right here. The link will be inserted into this video right here. It's just Grappler's Graveyard / best-BJJ Gis. There you'll find our active list. It's constantly being updated. Again, this gi moved up the ranks relatively high, being compared to some of the best gis that we've ultimately had. And I feel very comfortable recommending this gi. Not only was it cool and got a lot of compliments, pants fit really well. The gi didn't really shrink all too much, and it felt really good when I was rolling on the mats. If you guys did enjoy this video, again, my name is Cam. I'm the founder and CEO of Grappler's Graveyard, independent combat sports review company. It's now reviewed over, I don't know, like almost close to 100 pieces of equipment at this point. If you guys do like this type of content or want to continue watching us through the journey as we continue to grow the business, we greatly appreciate you guys throwing some comments on the video, as well as liking and subscribing. On that note, catch you guys in the next video. Peace.